Good day, my beautiful listeners and viewers all over the world. Mr. Lai Mohammed has been on social media and his antecedent has been going viral. The Lekki massacre and a country in darkness. Well, after a year of earth-wrenching hearings, the Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry on restitution for victims of SARS-related abuses and other matters, which also investigated the Lekki Tollgate shooting spoof its signature to a scorching 309-page report that has caught the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Police, and also the Lekki Concession Company (LCC). They are now very cold on the right hand, and also on October 20th. 2020, while protesters sat peacefully at the Lekki Tollgate, waving the Nigerian flag and singing the Nigerian national anthem, a protest that aggregated the voices of many Nigerians home and abroad against police brutality, was brutally and fatally broken up by state actors. As the Judicial Panel of Inquiry has found out, at least 9 persons were killed in the aftermath of one of Nigeria's bloodiest nights. The different state actors fingered in the killings campaigned to deflect blame for a national tragedy of cyclopean proportions, in which, when eyewitness and the media, including foreign media, recounted that what they saw was real, the Nigerian government and the Nigerian Army typically spark fire and brainstorm. At some point, the Nigerian government went for the jugular also of the Channel News network, which is the cable news network CNN, which it accused of spreading fake news. Lai Mohammed, came on board and started, any media house or any social media platform that releases a statement and it sees as Lekki massacre. Lai Mohammed also, every time, always, lay verdict of his own and his opinion, and I believe his opinion is judgmental, and also at his position as the Minister of Information, debunking and telling us that it was a fake news, and also the panel report that is being brought out, even if the white paper is not out, that it was a propaganda. There was never a time Governor Sanwo-Olu had meeting, or let alone deliberating on any report. You understand? So that's what is embedded in Lai Mohammed. Well, when in an opinion piece of 25th October 2021, the economics broadly savagely impugned the operations of the Nigerian Army. The army tore into the newspaper, putting up in the process a robust defense of its modus operandi. Yes, the military defended their own by saying that they only told them to go and salvage situations. They never asked them to shoot. Yes, I would say a soldier is always a soldier. They obey the last command. If you tell a soldier to sit, he's going to sit. He would not bring out a gun. If you tell the soldier to shoot, the soldier definitely will shoot, except the Nigerian Army will want to tell us that since they have reincarnated, or let me say reintegrated the so-called terrorists who repented into this army, and they are not well trained, so they are using them for the just cause. Even if they tell a Boko Haram or a terrorist, oh yeah, go there, go and do the needful, he knows what to do. To just kill, that's his narrative. So he kills at will, he kills with impunity, so he does not really care. That is what it is. So if they want to tell us that they only sent those soldiers to just go and service situation, so we already know the antecedent, or we know that when they go there, because we have terrorists in uniform, they go there and kill whoever they want to kill, because they value life. Okay, they don't value life, but they value the animal's life, value the life of the cow. Definitely, when in an opinion piece on 25th October 2021, the economics broadly but savagely impugned the operations of the Nigerian Army. The army tore into the newspaper, putting up in the process a robust defense of its modus operandi. But what does it have to say now? Nigerians roundly loud and applaud the sacrifices made by young Nigerian soldiers on the front line to keep the country from falling into the hands of savage criminals. But in the face of this historic indictment, what does the Nigerian Army have to say about the actions of some of its men at the Lekki Tollgate on the 9th of October 2020? Every day In the trenches of a heartbreaking war against terrorism and banditry, Nigerian soldiers, many of them barely in their 20s, pay the supreme sacrifice to keep the country safe. Every day, young Nigerian soldiers are filled by the bullets of Boko Haram or ISWAP terrorists to preserve the sovereignty of the country. Whenever this happens, Nigerians grieve as a collective effort. However, the Lekki Toll Gate massacre beat differently. It broke afresh and asunder the heart of a long-suffering country. If Nigeria can now walk as it is, we know for many years now, Nigeria has been facing insecurity and nightmare with savage terrorists fanning the embers of terrorism in the northeast. Other criminals emboldened by the surprising successes of Boko Haram and ISWAP, yes, and also have scurried out of their hidden places to turn Nigeria into a hotbed of insecurity. Thousands have been slaughtered and entire communities sacked. Innumerable buildings have been razed and livelihood lost. Countless remain in uncountable captivity in the face of a ceaseless barrage of terroristic fire. The Nigerian army has shown heroic courage. It is no longer exaggeration to say that without the gallantry of the soldiers, the country would have been overrun by terrorists. Definitely, even at that, the terrorism has become alarming, and also the so-called terrorists or the Boko Haram who might have also repented and adopted and also reintegrated society, I would say they are still a saboteur. In gratitude for their many sacrifices, Nigerians have always reacted and also praised the soldiers with fury whenever it appears the Nigerian army is shortchanged, no matter how slightly. It is hard not to feel the national anger that always greets allegations of diversion of monuments for arms or alleged poor welfare of the soldiers at the front lines. But the Nigerian army now has questions to answer. Have Nigerian soldiers now become killers of innocent Nigerians? That's number one question. The conduct of some of its men at the Lekki Toll Gate on October 20th, 2020 leaves a sour taste. What was the need for the disproportionately lethal force used on the protesters? Why were they shooting in the first place? And was there no other way? In a country already turned into a river of innocent blood by the monumental folly of a few, did any soldiers have to call down young men and women whose only crime was protesting against institutionalized brutality? Each of the bullets fired by Nigerian soldiers to calm down innocent protesters on the night of the October 2020 triggered a cascade of painful memories. Yes, Nigerians remembered all in all. Even DJ Switch even came out with the footage, and she needed to run for her dear life. Why would she run for her dear life? Just because there is a threat. This present administration has really failed Nigeria, and woefully has failed in the area of economy, security, and the area of industrial economy, social amenities, and all ramification. It has failed. APC would never emerge as a president. Definitely they would never, even if they have any candidate. But as it is, they might or want to use the power of incumbency to rig the election. Definitely, I believe the international organization will come and overview, and that is the reason why the House, or I would say the Fulani or the Northerners, wouldn't want what is called electronic transmission bill. Buhari is said to pass the bill into law, definitely, but as it is, things are still unfold, but I would like you to share this news, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and also click on the bell icon to get more notification. Thank you very much for listening, and God bless you. Have a blessed day.